Good morning and welcome to College Days. Today is January 20th, 2004. I'm Lori Kennedy.
And I'm Aaron Blomberg.
We'll be right back with our top story after this commercial, brought to you by... The rest of this broadcast will be presented commercial-free thanks to our sponsors, your one and only Student Senate. Aaron?
Bickering to the end, Democrats insulted each other Sunday as they reached for the finish line at the close of the caucus in Iowa. The race steeps towards the rival who's... Thank you very much. All right, you guys ready to go again? All right, bickering to the end, Democrats traded insults Sunday as they reached for the finish line in the close caucus, Iowa. Bickering to the end, Democrats traded insults on Sunday as they reached for the finish line in the caucus in Iowa on Sunday. The first steps towards picking a rival for President Bush. "We're going to win," said Representative Dick Gephardt, echoing the hopes of former Vermont Governor Howard Dean and Senator John Kerry and John Edwards in a contest which has become impossible to predict. In the closest caucus race since 1988, when Gephardt won by 4 percentage points, polls showed the Ford candidates at a statistical tie.
A suicide driver set off a truck bomb at the gates of the U.S.-led coalition headquarters in Baghdad on Sunday, killing about 20 people and wounding 63 in the deadliest attack there since Saddam Hussein's capture last month. The bombing, which occurred during rush hour, came on the eve of a meeting between the U.S. Administrator and the UN Secretary General to discuss Iraq's future, including whether or not Iraq is safe enough for the world body to return. Witnesses said that at 8 a.m., the driver of a white Toyota pickup truck tried to bypass a line of Iraqi workers and a crowd of U.S. military vehicles, coming as close as possible to the entrance American troops call Assassin's Gate before the vehicle detonated.
A Delta Airlines jet traveling from Germany to the United States made an emergency landing in Ireland Sunday because of a bomb threat, but searching the plane turned up nothing.
Filling in for Christine's tonight is another up-and-coming weatherman. So, John Mark, what can we expect? And now on to Bob with our sports report.
If you're from the Carolinas and have been following the Panthers since they started in the early 1990s, this is good news for you. The Carolina Panthers won a crucial victory over the Philadelphia Eagles, 14-3. This win put them in the big dance, the Super Bowl, it'll be in 2 weeks. It's the first time in franchise history. Tom Brady and the Patriots also are in the hunt for the second Super Bowl win in 3 years. They dominated the Colts the whole game, winning 24-14. In men's basketball, the USC Gamecocks destroyed the Tennessee Volunteers 85-64. This win put the Gamecocks at 3-1 in SEC play and are 17-2 overall. They also received votes for a top 25 ranking bid in men's college basketball. Back to you, Lori.
In local news, South Carolina got a taste Sunday of the presidential campaign. The Reverend Al Sharpton and Joe Lieberman spent the morning shaking hands with members of various capital city churches. Both men shared their plans and ideas for the country if elected. So please do not elect these people. I plead with you.
The reconstruction of the South and continuing I-26 CINN upgrades. The reconstruction of the South and continuing with I-26 CINN upgrades concerning you like that, don't you? All right. All right. The reconstruction of the South and continuing with I-26 CINN upgrades concerning congestion relief and much needed work.
It's congestion.
Congestion relief, thank you very much. The reconstruction of the South and continuing with I-26 CINN upgrades concerning congestion relief and much needed work on and off ramps. Airport Boulevard and Augusta Road are also being looked at as immediate improvements.
This semester, we at CINN are expanding our great news coverage. In order to do this, we brought on board Grace Marie Ward. Grace Marie will be giving us an in-depth and on-location reports on everything from the best place to buy dinner for that special someone to the best deals on baby diapers. Tonight, she is here with us in the studio to talk to us about a pest problem.
Look out, CIU. They're coming. That's right. Those nasty little pests called bed bugs have been streaming into South Carolina. There has been a steady rise in the number of infestation cases. A couple ways to make sure your bed is safe. Don't share it with anyone, and keep everyone else out of the room. I'm looking forward to being with you this semester, bringing you cutting-edge reporting on current issue items. Laurie?
Well, thanks, Grace Marie. That's excellent advice. I will be sure not to share my bed with anybody this semester. Jeremy, what's on your editorial mind from your soapbox?
Thanks, Aaron. 2 points today. First, I'm a big believer in personal freedom and responsibility, and I'm guessing most of you are as well. But I'm somewhat disturbed by the common reaction of people when it comes to rules that don't affect them. I'm going to elaborate a little. All of us, except for the freshmen and the new students, remember the male hair length standard, yes? Now, do you believe that that standard should still be in place? If you answered no, then ask yourself this. If I didn't agree with the standard, why didn't I try to do something to change it? For most of you, the answer is because it didn't affect me. And that's the reaction I'm talking about. When it comes to personal freedom and responsibility for ourselves, we're quite vocal. But when it doesn't affect us, we don't care. Case in point, the blue laws. Unless they sell food, most stores in South Carolina counties cannot open before 1 p.m. on Sunday. Now, this doesn't affect me any. I'm in church until about that time anyway, so I don't care if they can't open until then. But what if I owned a business and I wanted to open before 1 o'clock on Sunday? Why shouldn't I be able to? Personal freedom and responsibility, right? Yes, but in this case, it's a matter of Christians saying, well, it's wrong to work on Sunday whether you believe it is or not, so we're not going to let you, which is point number 2. You can't legislate morality. And once again, case in point, prohibition. The Christian attempt to end a perceived sin led to the creation of the black market and the rise in alcoholism, neither of which have receded. So what am I getting at? First, whether it affects you or not, look at the underlying principle of a rule. If you have problems with the principle, you have problems with the rule, or else you have problems with your integrity. Second, just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you can force other people to act like they are. Apply point number 2 to point number 1, and you'll find that many of our laws are denying personal freedom to those we disagree with. Your integrity rests on your response to those laws.
Thank you, Jeremy. Remember, we want to hear from you. Send your questions or comments to CINN@ciu.edu.
Well, that concludes this report. Up next is the Great Reverend Mark Brandt. Please stay tuned to this station for all future broadcasts. For CINN, I'm Aaron Blomberg.
Reverend?
I have no idea where you came up with something like that.